welcome to the stream. Let me know if you can hear me, see me. Oh, I'm going to talk about the game of all games, the semi-final of the Europa League. Not the best result, was it? Not the best result, but we'll talk about it in a bit. Let me just check everything's working in order. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself, having a good day. Welcome to the stream. Obviously, I couldn't do a match reaction for... Yeah, you can hear me. Yeah, obviously you could. I wasn't able to do a match reaction straight after the game. I was planning to, but obviously circumstances stopped me from doing it. It wasn't because we lost. I wasn't salty. I was salty, but that wasn't the reason I didn't do a match reaction. So yeah, I've had to delay it to today, the day after. The day after, you got time to reflect as well. I got to rewatch the highlights just now, and it's frustrated me even watching it again. It really did. 2-1 to Sevilla. Bruno Fernandes with the first penalty in the 9th minute after a fantastic pressure start from us, but then Sevilla come in, get the equaliser, and then get the winner late at the end of the match. Oh great! Of course it's you, Kishan, watching. Yeah, we live rent free in your head. Dead team. We haven't got a dead team, have we? Because the stats show. We all love stats, don't we? That, okay, we had less possession, but 20 shots, 7 shots on target. That was some of the best pressured attacking football we've actually played in like 2-3 months. Just couldn't get the finishes. That were unlucky. Of course, they put 5 men, 10 men behind the ball, all going for the defending. Obviously, when it's Man United, they step up. GG to Sevilla. Well done to them. Europa League merchants. They do it again. They find a way. To be fair, it was always going to be a hard game because obviously 20 games unbeaten almost. Well, now it's 20 games, 19 games. They hadn't conceded a clean sheet in the last 5. So it was always going to be difficult. So the fact that we're actually attacking and pressuring them was a fantastic start from us. And we got that penalty. We deserved it. Fantastic assist from Martial to Rashford. Rashford should have done better with the shot, but we got the foul on him anyway, so it's calm. Gotta finish your dinner, mate. Yes, we've got to finish our dinner. We've got to finish our dinner. But the fact that we were playing such good football, it wasn't like just like 2-1 against Jose Mourinho. It's happened again in Champions League. But that time it was devoid of any Man United football. This is Man United football we were playing. Just obviously need to be more clinical. De Jong. Yeah, we've lost our third semi-final, as they say, this season despite taking the lead. And once we scored the penalty, we didn't just stop there. Big decisions from Solskjaer to bring on Fred instead of MATCH. And De Gea, of course. People talking about De Gea. Oh, I saw on the Instagram post when they released the squad news. Oh, disgrace that De Gea starts over Romero. Like, as if it's like the biggest decision. Like, it's De Gea, fam. Like, okay, he's made mistakes, but why are we acting as if this is like the craziest thing? If anything, we should be talking about Fred starting over MATCH, because that was a different choice and that could have backfired, but it worked. That you can't blame only Gunnar Solskjaer with that first 11 was sensational. Fred was playing the best game of his life. He was playing like prime Kante, not prime Kante, but he was playing that kind of Kante role. Don't misguide my words there. He was phenomenal as CDM. Like, if this is a showcase of if he can be a CDM alongside MATCH in that role, or he can replace MATCH some games, here it was. The energy, the tenacity, tackling, the passing, everything was on point from Fred. And that decision to start him instead of MATCH worked wonders. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It's fantastic. I know I'm 17 hours late, mate, but I've got excuses. I had visitors in the house. That's why, okay? I wasn't, you know what I mean? And it's good to sometimes reflect the day after instead of obviously if this was like 2 hours after, bloody hell, or like 1 minute after, I was fuming absolutely, because you can see it coming from a mile away. We do 10 more chances, 20 chances in quick succession, and we don't score any of them. You know what's gonna happen, isn't it? You just know what's gonna happen. This is what football's all about, isn't it? Punishing you if you don't make the mistakes. If you don't finish your chances, you get punished. That's how it is, isn't it? So yeah, first 25 minutes we were playing really good stuff. Pogba was playing really good as well. Defensively, Pogba was playing very disciplined and very good tackling us loads of points in the game. However, in the first half, his passing wasn't the best. Sometimes we got the ball, he lost it a bit, trying to do something creative like Bruno sometimes has been accused of doing. Jawad says, if we finish our chances, we could have easily won the game 3-4-1. Yeah, it was obviously from that 1-1 position. Good goal by Sevilla. After that 25 minutes, Sevilla started to dominate themselves into the game. Or not dominate, like try and get into the game. But realistically, I watched that first goal back, and it was good from Sevilla. It was good from Sevilla. Second goal is more to our fault, our defense's fault. But first half, it's just our defenders sometimes are scared to get onto man. Like, we're scared to like go near people, as if we're gonna concede a foul or something. Like, just for that cross from, it was a great cross actually to what's his name, Suso, for that near post finish for that first goal. Lindelof just doesn't tackle him. Wan-Bissaka should be in that position, but he's high up the pitch along with the fullbacks, which is good. But obviously he has to play catch up once Sevilla getting behind. But Lindelof's on the man. I don't know who crossed the ball. I forgot. But just he's literally just, okay. You're matching his run with Lindelof, but I know you're out of position. But stick a foot in, my guy. Just like, you know what he's gonna do. They're gonna cross it in. That's the only way they're gonna do it. And they were just exposing our fullbacks. They were just using our weaknesses, as I feared they would. Because against Copenhagen were just not a good side, but they knew the weakness that was Brandon Williams. But this time, it wasn't just Brandon Williams getting exposed, it was Wan-Bissaka, who's maybe just getting a bit tired of playing so many games. And obviously, I was watching the game and I was like, Wan-Bissaka, oh yeah, he isn't used to this, is he? He's not used to Europa League. And it's a big step up from Crystal Palace, not being competitive in the Premier League, let alone the FA Cups or any cups, to European stage. So... But still, he had to do better that game. We had 6 days rest. Come on, guys. Yeah, he's just been overplayed in some cases. Jared says, my guy, Williams' performances since Shaw's been out, since Shaw's been out, Williams' performance is not as good. They show how good and underrated Luke Shaw is. Yeah, he is. I think Mark Goldbridge said if Luke Shaw was playing, we probably would have won that game. And you could argue that. It's a bit of a mad statement to make when you think about it on the surface. But when you think about it, it could actually make Rashford's game better, because Rashford's been struggling. I don't know, since Shaw's left. Obviously, again, you could argue another overplayed player, but he's losing ideas right now. It's like, I think it was, I don't even know, it was the second half or the first half. Rashford is like this nice step over skill, but then totally gets gassed off himself, and instead of passing it after doing that skill, he starts trying to do a bloody like twirl like this, like, and then loses the ball. Like, what's he doing? What's he playing at? He's trying to do everything, and it's not working. It's not working. Rashford plays better with Shaw because of the overlapping runs he makes. Exactly. Makes Williams doesn't do that. Williams doesn't do that as much. Yeah, you're right. To be fair, Williams had some good defensively, Williams can be good. But at some point in this game, he was definitely much better than he was against Copenhagen. Bloody hell, he was getting skinned every day. But that was probably because Copenhagen kept on pressurising him. But he's a young lad. We need backup in that position. Fosu Mensah came on. He did a decent job. Because maybe the subs should have been a bit earlier. Ole, I know our backups aren't the best, but Fosu Mensah maybe should have started this game. Maybe he should have, to more defensive cover at least. Because attacking wise, we'd sorted it out through the middle, like through the centre. It was calm. It was calm. I think Fred had the chance first half. He could have done better with the shot, but he was playing fantastic. Pogba needed improvement attacking wise, but defensively he was great. First half was a bit more even than the second half. When the second half started and it was 1-1, we came out flying at the gates. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer really got food to the players, and players understand what's at stake here. Playing like it's never say die attitude that I always love to see from Man United players. And we were brilliant attacking wise. We were dominating more than I've ever seen us. I was like, wait, is this Man City domination? Like, I was like crazy. But in the back of my head, I'm like, if we don't score one of these chances, we're gonna get punished. And that's exactly what happened. Pogba attacking wise stepped it up. He was dribbling past man like no problem, nothing. Do not blame Pogba for this. Fred again was carrying on doing his thing, getting the balls to the attackers who Martial sometimes just couldn't finish. The goalkeeper was having a mad one. But also, I have to also highlight Martial. I love Martial to bits. But 1v1, I've said it before in different streams, sometimes when the goalkeeper extends his legs, makes his body known, and obviously when you're against Man United, the goalkeepers do that loads of times because they're really trained for this against Man U. But Martial needs to learn how to score 1v1 situations when you're central and you're trying to score. That's improvement. He can finish more. He needs to finish more of those, because left wing position he scores them more times. I've said this before, and maybe in that just Martial needs to finish. But it wasn't just him. Obviously, it was also Bruno could have finished it a bit better. But to be fair, loads of players were behind the box. Just couldn't be clinical enough. And it was unlucky. It was a bit of luck involved in that, because they were throwing loads of men behind the ball. really going for it. To be fair, Sevilla, they were themselves were going for the never say die attitude defensively. But yeah, it was this chance, wasn't it? Man of the match, Yassine Bouhou. But I feel like Martial needs to learn to maybe chip it up across the goalkeeper. There's a lot of chances like that Martial doesn't always get through to the goal, and it's nitpicking. But obviously we're talking about God tier level now. We're talking about up the level. We're talking about Champions League level that we should be aiming for. And Martial will know himself. He's a hard-working guy. He'll know that I'm good, but I need to. Obviously, there's always room for improvement, and Martial is someone. I'm saying this because I know Martial can be the guy, can be the main guy. He's already shown it, but obviously, there's always room for improvement. Jawad says with Williams, Rashford has to be his man every time because he doesn't have the second option. Yeah, and Rashford can't do that. Well, at least right now, at least at the end of the season, he can't really do that, mate. Because Rashford wasn't getting involved, even when we were dominating, I think. Actually, no, Rashford got involved a bit, but it was definitely Greenwood getting more involved, Martial getting involved in the domination of the attack. Unlucky for Greenwood not to score. What was that chance that Greenwood missed again? What was it missed? I think it was a good save for the goalkeeper. Yeah, but Greenwood didn't get involved. Martial's always been our best out of the front three. From Rashford, Martial, Greenwood, especially over the past 6 weeks. But when goalkeepers are saving Martial's shots, do you have faith in Rashford to score right now? No. Or do you have faith in Greenwood having that one finish all the time? You can't always rely on that. And so, yeah, that's why Sancho is imperative to get. Because he can be that a little bit of source, a little bit of decisive action, big game player that we need. And obviously Champions League will need someone like his experience, like he already has from a young age. No wonder bloody Sevilla bloody kept clean sheets. The bloody God, I'm salty. Yeah, you have to be. You always want to go to the final. We deserve to be in the final. We deserve to be attacking wise. We deserve to be, but it's not about deserve. It's about scoring. It's about clinical nature. And maybe in the first half we could have done better to actually get the goals early on, so we don't have to worry about later on. I say this all the time, the earlier you start off scoring more goals, maybe Fred should have scored that chance. Maybe we should have played a bit better after the 35-minute mark in the first half, just to get those goals in early, so we don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about by the end of the game. That's 1-1. The more time it goes 1-1, the more time Sevilla has to have confidence. The more time they think we can win this. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, for that second goal, Brendan Williams. Again, same thing as Lindelof was doing in the first goal. You're not sticking your leg out, but it's even worse for Williams because he's the fullback. He should be doing that. And he just lets him cross the ball when it's so obvious he's going to do it. And then the positioning of Lindelof and Maguire and Wan-Bissaka as well is actually ridiculous. I can't believe they're not even attempting to mark people. Did they even know the person was there, De Jong, to actually head it in? He was free on goal. Free. Even though there was 3 defenders in the box and 1 attacker, and that one him is right there. De Gea did decent. De Gea didn't have much to do. You can't save it. De Gea had nothing to save. It was the goalkeepers. It was the defenders giving them the goal, or giving them a free run at it. Lindelof, Maguire positioning all wrong. Literally, what was De Jong invisible? Like, you couldn't even go next to him. And then Wan-Bissaka's attitude a bit when De Jong's about to head it in. And maybe the slow-mo is always like micro moments, or that makes him look crap. But at the same time, Wan-Bissaka's already accepted his fate. It's like, I'm not even going to try and attempt to get, like, try and distract him, even like with my body being next to the guys, along with Maguire and Lindelof. He's just standing there like, okay, De Jong's already through. Okay, and then he scores. And then Maguire, oh God, I can't believe that. We're not even attempting to be physically imposing. What is going on? Oh my days. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Awful defending as they switched off from Navas' cross. Navas played good as well. Lindelof and Wan-Bissaka comparable. Interesting that they don't mention Maguire in that sentence, BBC. Always a bit biased, aren't you? Well, everyone is these days. Don't worry about that one. Yeah, GG to Yassine Bouhou. He had a good performance, but we should have took our chances. Thank you for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know who your man of the match was. Was it who's the best player for United, or even Sevilla, if you want to say? I don't mind. I don't bloody mind. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes is always good at penalties, isn't he? 100%. Obviously, we can't always rely on penalties, and it is concerning that we get so many open goal chances, but we can't score open goals at the minute. But But today was much better than Copenhagen. Much better performance. Fantastic. God, we just... God. 20 beatings now. Yeah, 3 semi-finals we've lost, haven't we? 3 semi-finals. Triple failure. It is concerning. It is concerning. And different reasons for each loss. I think Man City were too good for us in the FL Cup. FA Cup, we changed the team too much. That was all his fault, as well as the players. But this game was the game where we played the best and we should have won. And it's that mental capacity to break that barrier, like we did against Leicester. We should have done that here. Much like Man City, playing good, but they're not taking their chances against Lyon. But obviously that's Champions League. But similar things. And that's why I didn't want to laugh too much at Man City on Twitter, because I knew it would maybe come back to bite us, and it has for many people. But obviously, it's not. I'm not one of these jinxing. I am a superstitious person sometimes, jinxing stuff. But no, it was in our hands, and we ruined it for ourselves by not scoring when we need to. Yeah. So yeah, Solskjaer needs to try and break that barrier with alongside the players, and yeah, hopefully this semi-final loss gives us the motivation to do better next season, especially as this is the last game of the season that we're ever going to play. Obviously, I know the season's going to come back very soon, isn't it? A couple of weeks. Does Man United have a break because we played in Europa League, or is it because we didn't make the final that they're going to allow it? We're going to allow us to play like from day one. Can someone confirm that for me? I might have to search it actually. Will Man United play straight away? Because will they play straight away in the Premier League? I don't know if they'll answer this. Okay, well, Manchester Evening News. Come on, my guy. My guy. I don't have to accept cookies or something. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully Solskjaer. Yes, Kishan, my guy. Williams is young, so give him a chance. Yeah, give him a chance. It's great. He even showed today that he's got some good defensive ability, but he's right-footed, and the balance is not there to overlap. So we need to... Luke Shaw gets injured a lot. That's the only problem. It's like Eric Bailly. They're both good players, but they get injured. It's annoying. Not all young fullbacks with young player of the year. Yeah, obviously. Oh, nice reference there. Always have to make it about you guys. Yeah, obviously, you can't expect everyone to be Trent Alexander-Arnold. Even though Wan-Bissaka could be. It's just he's struggling because he hasn't played that many games ever. But Wan-Bissaka will know that he'll improve, be back to his best next season, hopefully, and hopefully Luke Shaw will be back next season as well. But we do need some cover in that position. Maybe getting someone like Alex Telles, who's cheap from foreign leagues, would be good. We need to do more of that. We can't just always buy expensive players from England. I think Goldbridge was moaning about that a lot. We've become too obsessed with English scouts. We'll start a week later. Said United want a 30-day gap, which would be on September the 20th. Yeah, but it's not, to be fair, it's not 22 days because we're not in the final, so I don't know. I think the Premier League we're just going to start early like everyone else. I don't know. Can someone try and confirm that for me? I'm just going to have to assume that we're going to be playing from the 12th of September or something, which is still 25 days. It's all right, you know what I mean. It is a bit crap for the players, but that's still a break. And then some of the players already had a break after the Leicester win, so it all adds up. But yeah, we have to go again. We have to let this motivate us. Last game of the season we lost. It summed up our season almost. Great progress in how we want to play and how Ole wants to play attacking wise, but again, room for improvement in defence and obviously in attack as well, and everywhere. Still room for improvement. Still room for improvement in general, but we're playing well. We're playing better than we ever have after Sir Alex Ferguson's left the club. So yeah, what happens next now? Well, who's the man of the match for me? Who's the man of the match for me for the Man United? Fred. Yeah, Fred. He was sensational. This is his best performance. I'm actually certain this was his best performance ever in a Man United shirt, or maybe the United performance that I've noticed myself. Because obviously I'm not like the biggest expert. Because Fred can play different roles, but in this, wow, you just felt he was just on fire that game. CDM role, maybe he can develop into one, and maybe we don't have to spend money as Glazers wouldn't like. So maybe the Glazers are getting gassed. Oh, you have to spend the money on a CDM. It's gone. Fred will be it. But hopefully Fred can become that role. Why not? Why not? And it's good that Solskjaer saw that and he put him in the team, and it worked. It worked out. And talking about De Gea and Romero, it would have made a difference. So Solskjaer, in terms of the starting 11, you can't blame him for this game. You have to blame the players, the defence mostly, but the attack obviously a bit for not being clinical, but more unlucky than the defence, who defence creating their own bad luck by doing shit positioning and marking. That's not good enough. So yeah, Solskjaer, the only thing you could blame it on is maybe the substitutes were too late. However, Mata, he had 5-10 minutes, he did nothing. He got the ball in good areas and then did F all with it. Maybe Mata should have had half an hour to settle into it. However, from what I saw last game as well, Mata's finished. He's good at getting to the space, but in terms of finishing it up, he's not good enough. Even when he was linking well with Bruno, he can't finish it himself. He has to pass it to someone else. And when we go into the Champions League next season, we're going to need more squad depth. Because what if we have a big game against Premier League opposition, but also a big game against Champions League opposition, and we start the best players in Champions League? Who are we going to start in the Premier League game? Grealish? Oh wait, he's in Aston Villa. Oh wait, Van der Beek? Oh wait, we're going to have to start Lingard. We're going to start Mata against the Premier League opposition. But then we'll lose points in Premier League when we're trying to build up the gap. We're trying to close the gap. And then Champions League, it's 50-50 because obviously we're versing all the good teams in the Champions League. So we need squad depth. But to be fair, I do argue Solskjaer was a bit late on the substitutes, but Mata didn't show us much confidence. And James should have got more chances, maybe a few minutes early. Maybe Rashford should have got subbed off. But he was getting into the game, Rashford, but he hasn't been good for the past couple of days. So maybe that sentimentality was still there. But you can't blame Solskjaer for this one. Mostly the players is mental. It's mental, isn't it? But it comes from the manager. The manager next season now knows just everyone has to concentrate again. This all comes from everyone. Everyone has a bit of responsibility. It's not one man. It's not a one-man agenda. It's not Maguire's fault. It's everybody's fault to some degree. The midfield were actually very good today. I think the midfield don't really have any complaints from me. Yeah, so what happens next season? We get Sancho. If you don't get Sancho, you best get a centre-back CDM. Because all the eyes on you now, okay? Last time we qualified for Champions League, we got Fred and Dalot. That's it. When we should have got one more good signing. Like, come on, guys. Like, this is it now. I know, coronavirus, you can't use that as an excuse now. Sorry. You go with the richest club in the world, okay? We're the richest club in the world, and you can see, everybody can see for themselves. Even non-rival fans, our backups are not good enough. We can't just rely on our first team 11. We can't give too much pressure to them, because sometimes the pressure gets to them. Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, good players, but the pressure gets to them. You need backups, like the old days, like Liverpool have got. You're right, Akil. Thank you for the comment. Williams should be a backup to Wan-Bissaka at right back. You're right. You might have a good shout there. He's too right-footed to play at left back. Need to sign a cover for Luke Shaw. Maybe you're right. Maybe you are right, mate. I wouldn't blame you if you did. I think I've heard a lot of fans say that as well, mate. So yeah. There's so many more options that we can get. Left-footed centre-back as well. Left-footed centre-back. I think the positioning of Lindelof and Maguire. I've always tolerated Maguire and Lindelof. I've always done they're solid partnership. But now I see what many other people see, that long-term it's not going to work. I think some of these players are too weak. I think Maguire, Lindelof. Lindelof could actually start in a parallel universe. We don't get Maguire and it's like Koulibaly and Lindelof together or something like that. Because Lindelof and Maguire are very close in quality than you guys might think. But some people think Lindelof's way better than Maguire. But yeah, we need to get rid of one of them. I think Maguire, right centre-back, to get Lindelof as a really good backup, and get a left-footed centre-back, whether it's Gabriel, or what's his name, Buliseshi or something. I'm butchering names, but I think he's from Monaco. But I don't know if he's too young. I don't want too young. I want players that can ease into the Premier League side a bit more smoothly. I don't want to wait 4 years for I can get a left-footed centre-back. Or like to develop into a good centre-back. Welcome to the stream. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're enjoying this video. If you're looking forward to the next season or the football, I really appreciate the support, guys. Subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner, and share this video with your mates. Let them know that I am disappointed with Man United, but I'm happy with the way we played, and let's roll on next season. And yeah, apparently I've seen an article saying Arsenal have accepted a bid personally with Gabriel. That would be a shame if we were looking at him, if we were scouting him, if we assuming that we know that he is a good player. So obviously I'm not going to act like I'm an expert. That would be a shame. That would be a very big shame because we need a left-footed centre-back. But let's hope we get one. And let's hope we get maybe a cam backup, a CDM, if assuming Fred still isn't good enough. And also Matic is getting old anyway, so he's going to leave soon. Sooner than you think. But yeah, if we get Sancho, that shows ambition. That shows that we're ready to have the backups attacking-wise. Attacking-wise, we're almost complete if we get Sancho in terms of backups. Greenwood's a backup. James is a decent backup, assuming he can improve, which we've seen glimpses of improvement. We should have signed Upamecano from RB Leipzig. Classy player. Yeah, Upamecano. He's a fantastic performance against, was it against Atletico, wasn't it? So, excuse me if I'm getting it wrong. This is the bit where I look if he's left-footed or not. Then we get him. But obviously, just because someone's a right-foot doesn't mean it's bad. But it's always having that balance, like you said, not just with the wing backs, but also the centre-backs as well. Because we are playing play out the back football. You can see we split the centre-backs when the goalkeeper has the ball, don't we? Is Upamecano left-footed? I'm assuming he is, isn't he? I don't know if he is actually. But yeah, he's a great player. And if that would be a fantastic signing. Potentially, centre-back signing more important than Sancho, even though Sancho is more expensive. Because it sets what we want to do from the back. Sets the foundations for success and how we want to play. Sancho's just the source we need when we're getting unlucky a bit. And like today, like yesterday, where we don't finish the chances because of unluckiness. Or because sometimes Rashford's not up to it, even though most of the time he is. We need that extra good attacker. He's right-footed. He is right-footed, but you know, in the future we might get him. But I think it says extends contract with Leipzig, so yeah, we'll see what's happening there. But yeah, Gabriel or someone like Budashevsky, or what's his name? Monaco. Let me go. Monaco centre back. What's he called again? I can't say his name properly. Oh, that's that anime. Monaco centre back. I'm going to Man United. Who's that guy that called? I think we're linked with him. News. I'll put Monaco, not Monaco. Monaco, not Monaco. Yeah, Badishili. I've heard of him. Someone like him. If you don't get Gabriel, we get a left-footed centre-back. Left-footed centre-back and Sancho. That's the bare minimum I'm expecting from you, Woodward, and also the Glazers and the negotiators. That's me being generous. That's me being generous to you that you should be getting these two for bare minimum. Realistically, we should be getting 4 signings from this transfer window, or 3 at least. But 2, I'm being generous here. If you don't get those 2, I'm going to be very disappointed with you guys. I'm saying this as if they give a shit. If they're watching this, I'm speaking like a teacher. You would do this. How dare you? He's 19. I'd just love us to hijack the Gabriel deal, because apparently Arsenal are linked with him. Obviously, you never know with rumours and stuff, but it looks like it could be it. 30 million, we get a left-footed centre-back who's good enough that you scouted properly, and you know that will be decent in Premier League, and someone who's pacey as well. We need someone with a bit of pace about him as well as a left-footed good defender. Left-footed centre-back and a striker. Oh, not striker, sorry. Sancho. To be fair, Sancho can play striker if he wants to. Those 2, minimum I want for this. And you can see it here. You can see maybe it's a blessing in disguise that we lost. So Woodward actually thinks, and the rest of the people upstairs, that there is still room for improvement, okay? Maybe winning the Europa League might have masked some cracks. But obviously that's just me being optimistic that the board have seen some of these results and actually know what they're doing in terms of what footballers are better for this club. But obviously if it's not good enough, then the hashtags will roll out again, the banners will come out again. I don't want to be negative, but director of football is paramount. It's just annoying that they tease the fact that there's going to be a director of football, but it never happens. That's the annoying thing as well. That makes it even more disgusting. But yeah, you got to prove to me that the current system works and you're changing your ways in terms of getting good transfers. And you've shown the potential, Bruno Fernandes. But still, even then, 6 months later, get these players right now if you don't want to have struggle next season. Okay? If we don't get these 2 players at least, then we're going to struggle next season. We're going to get top 4. We're going to be like Arsenal, oh sick, we got top 4. We stabilise top 4. Because Solskjaer can be the one to I think, maybe close the gap at least. But you can only do that with investment. You've probably heard this a lot from all the Man United YouTubers, but we're all saying the same thing because it's true. It's true. Okay, ignore Twitter. Some people are stupid. They say Smalling's better than Maguire. They don't actually watch football. It's just ridiculous. I'm sorry, how can you say Smalling's better? I know I'm rambling now, but how can you say Smalling's better than Maguire? Smalling can't pass. Maguire can pass the ball. Like we're trying to do, like we're actually trying to play with vision. There's a reason why Van Gaal's football didn't work, because people like from the back, the foundations from the back, Smalling wasn't good enough. So let's not talk about this. Smalling would be a good backup if he's willing to be. He's coming back from loan. But yeah, left foot centre back, right winger Sancho immediately, bare minimum. I'm being generous by saying this is what you should get. Okay, don't talk to me about too much money. Don't talk to me about this. We're the richest club in the world. You've got the funds. Do it. We're in the Champions League now. We've got Champions League money. Do it. Otherwise, it's not the manager's fault. It's not the player's fault. It's the one consistent factor in failure, the board. But yeah, that's just me ending in a bit negative. That's just me sending a message out there, letting me know what you'll let me. You have to be frustrated. I'm letting you know my thoughts. I would have been way angry if it was yesterday I was doing the stream. Man United has a list of 14 players as summer targets. Don't think so, mate. Don't think so. We have a list of 14 players to say we have as targets if we can't get the transfers we need, because obviously Woodward loves briefing the man them. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there before I get even more angry by talking. Overall, I am disappointed, heavily disappointed, gutted. We could have got to the final and won it, or at least got to the final against maybe a good Inter Milan team, or maybe even Shakhtar if they can do us upset. But I'm not going to be watching the final. I'll watch the highlights, but I'm not going to watch the final now because we're not in it, when we should have been. But we roll on next season and get the transfers in. Obviously, not just transfers are going to solve everything, but also the mentality. I think Solskjaer needs to sort out this a bit of a mentality problem in terms of getting through that extra barrier from semi-final to final. And we did it in the Premier League. We went to that barrier. We got through that barrier from top 5 to top 4. But let's do it for actually winning trophies and competitions as well. Because we're still in transition in terms of winning the league, but it doesn't mean we can't win cups, FA Cups, League Cups next season. Because it's been 3 seasons without a trophy for Man United. It doesn't feel like that because we've had chop and change of managers. But for Man United, that's disgusting. Shouldn't be happening. Let's get a trophy next season. Let's close the gap next season and get those transfers in that help us as well. Still believe in Solskjaer. Still believe in the first 11. Just need some more help. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a great season with watching it or talking about it with you guys. I really appreciate it. I'll be back next season to do it, whether it's on this channel or the second channel. We'll see. But I'll be talking Man United. Don't you worry about that. And maybe even talking about Sancho transfer when that happens, assuming it happens, or any transfers that happen for Man United. I might do live streams like this. Let me know in the comments below. Live chat, whether you're watching it live or replay. I really appreciate the support. If you've missed some of my expert analysis, you can always go back and reload it after right now or right after it's uploaded. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for next season. And yeah, good having you on here. Goodbye. Subscribe if you're new to this channel, bottom right hand corner.